this is gearing towards Smart Omega at this point in control, but that would depend because with the loss, or I would say 2 loss already by Smart Omega, this might throw off their game and even or their best chance to take the win. This might be going to WDC free slot at this point.
A chance for free slot now to end it all. They just gotta win one more. And here we go, Control. As we kickstart the game, WDC will be having that defensive side right off the get-go. So they get the power position at the laundry side at the early game. Well, for Smart Omega, they're not really pushing and stacking all the way through. They just put one player in that mid-map to go and initiate the flanks, and that would be Whoopi. But for now, they are dropping the ball, losing the gunfights. Free slot 4 in a row in that kill feed.
Good positioning coming from WDC free slot right now as they take on a lead in terms of lives. But response coming in from Smart Omega needs to be a little bit faster. B is being retained right now by one of the members of WDC free slot. They are on defense, and there goes the response that we're asking for. Tied now onto the lives and the push of Smart Omega towards this alpha. Takedown will be detrimental. That might be costing them those points as well as those sticks. But the split approach being done will be cut short on Alpha. Bravo will be the target of Smart Omega.
Oh, well, nice recovery by Smart Omega, by the way. You know, they dropped the ball at that mid-map and lose control of that swing pull, but finally, they get their acts together, and Whoopi holding off that laundry side control, and now they are able to get 2 segments in at this B control point. That should be able to be 3 parts done in here at the now, at this moment in time. And now they're moving on to this next point, which is going to be the hardest point to control in the matchup. But so long as they get this kitchen control, they will be good to go. But they are having a rough time at the moment. Risky now on the hunt, and now it throws off that good nade. A perfectly cooked one, but Risky will be able to tag him all along. And now they got the Tiki control. They are able to find a way to secure the spawns of the enemy. Now they just gotta secure the kills on the swimming pool, and Kennedy will take one down. Able to find one more at basketball court. Rage there for the cleanup, and now they will be going in for the contest. And I love the take in here. You get the kitchen control, you get every access point, and you control the spawns as well. And now 12-17, Smart Omega doing so great in the control first round at the moment on the attacking side.
Yeah, the attacking side being done well this time with Smart Omega, and Kennedy just cutting off any exit for WDC from this area of the guard. We'll have to find out how well can the rotations work for WDC free slot. They have been spawning in here from the backside, but no one can get through Kennedy. Even if he is alone, no one can challenge them with only 3 lives remaining. Risky and Kennedy combination to hold off and spawn trap. WDC is working, but Anawin responded. But with 3 lives remaining, it is very difficult to come back from this. You need to pray and get those kills up. Otherwise, it will look like Smart Omega will get this win. And there goes the collateral and the kill as well. Whoopi ending it quickly.
Nice try for WDC free slot, and wow, Smart Omega had 11 lives before they eventually ended the round. And you know, this is the perfect time for Smart Omega to actually take a map and a mode away from WDC free slot. Control is the weakest game mode of all the 3 game modes we have in this competitive action. So Smart Omega just needs to convert you one at a time. They just need to make sure they have the composure to stick to their game plan and execute with their own strategies and of course their gunfights. And it's going to be a relatively close game at the moment. Well, for Omega, they've been able to break through that laundry side, so they might be able to go for the push in here as well, end this B control point and take this away. But now they have to make a move because Anawin looking deadly with that purifier as he toasts one with that. Looking to get a few more, but they will be able to move in all along. But Anawin is just so cheeky, you know. The flank is just too strong for this guy. That's at 3 in a row. Good investment with that operator. So that should be them still leading here with the lifetime advantage. They will be getting this 3 segments done at this B control point. That's total of 1 minute added into that time limit. It's going to be close game, but Omega just needs to act a little bit more faster here. And well, kitchen control now for free slot.
Yeah, free slot right now, getting the kitchen away from Smart Omega. Idra right now on a waiting game, might be turning the corner, might be taken down as well. C1 a little bit too better in that fight. Whoopi has turned it onto a KSP right now, but still being put down by C1. Now, Candy for the rush, but needs to get out. Idra takes down C1 in the battle, and yeah, responded against Idra. It is 19 to 15 in favor of WDC Free Slot, a chance for them to get this win if they can cut that lives of Smart Omega a little bit lower to their favor. As we go into Tiki right now, Risky is risking everything for the information he can get as well as the kill, and there goes the takedown against Anawit.
Oh well, there we go. A couple of big kills lining up towards the hands of WDC as they dominate that kill feed with their own respective raw vanilla guns, and that Predator missile lining up. And well, for Omega, they still are in the striking distance. They just need to see one pair pop off, and Rage gonna get that huge 2 kills. But the defense should be relatively strong in here. But they get broken through by Guitar as he's strongest in the game. Gonna be very good with that range. Oh my lord! That's going to be 3 in a row. 10 to 6 life count. But they just need to defend. If you're Smart Omega, you just need to defend for the final 45 seconds. Maybe use those operator skills to make the ingress in here. And now, as we clock down the time, they have to stand strong.
So, Risky right now being hit by the wall bang, but still left the cheek to continue on. Yeah, will be taken down by Candy on a purifier, but still, the life is counting down, and there goes the Pretty, and it will take down 2 members, and it is almost tied up. 27 on the clock, and Idra, as well as the rest of the teams, need to make a move. Now, it's 2 to 3 in terms of lives, and Candy can take advantage, but no, losing his life in the process as well. 1 to 2 snipers need to make this work. They need to take it slow, but the time is counting down, and C1 will be traded, tied to 1 right now with 3 seconds remaining. Who will take this? No! Smart Omega was able to survive that fight and take this point.
Oh my god! Well, Smart Omega barely hang on, but they did it. And you see WDC Free Slot, they got too complacent there. Yes, they did have that huge kills coming up on that early engagement start to the second round, but, well, they got too greedy with the kills, you know? C1 was extending all over at Chutiki, and it really cost them that game, you know? Just gotta play the objective and contest the point. And Smart Omega just stick to their role, you know? They just had to defend that A control point, and just what they did. Just business. No overextension was made there. They just held their ground. And well, if you're WDC Free Slot, you gotta be able to get 3 rounds in a row to be able to win this, which is totally possible, but it's going to be relatively hard. Smart Omega is struggling here with momentum and Rage, just finding ways to make things a little bit harder for Free Slot to stay alive at the moment as he got that kitchen control. Finally will be able to get shot down, but number 4 in yellow and Risky gonna play around here with his life, able to get 2 segments in alone. Let's talk about how he's very great on that objective point, but not really enough, because WDC Free Slot will be able to find a way to stack all the resources, and Chick gonna be on the spawns. Huge 3 kills in there as well. 23 to 16. Right now, favoring Free Slot on that life advantage.
Life advantage on the favor of WDC Free Slot, as well as the ticks being taken on the attack has been done by Smart Omega. Smart Omega right now slowly moving in, but they need not to risk it. They need to be careful. They don't want to lose that fight, similar to earlier where it was so close. It was so fortunate for them. It tied in there on a 1-1. But we'll have to find out right now how well can Smart Omega respond. It is cut down to half right now. 10 lives is the lead, and there is no slowing down for WDC Free Slot. Smart Omega Rage right now raging on, going in for that kill, but the takedown against Rage by the pistol of Cheek.
Still a very close game here. You know, you never know what might happen at the latter end of the game. The late game is going to be strong here, especially for Smart Omega, but 15 to 8. Now, Free Slot can just go in for their eliminations and try to play for Chick actually going in for those eliminations, but that not going to be completely cutting through. And well, 13-7. And Omega is trying to attack from the spawns, and Idra is in a prime position to get eliminations here, but he missed the first 2 shots. We can't afford to let that happen in your Neptune.
And I do not need to let that happen. They cannot afford that to happen. Smart Omega, though they pulled it off earlier, surviving with only a few lives remaining, it might not be the same story at this point. Whoopi right now, slowly moving in and into the hands of two. There goes one. And a possibility of a takedown, but Whoopi will be taken down and they're losing one of the 5 lives that they have earlier. Good takedown as well being done by Rage and cutting down again to half. Risking it all, but 3 to 5. A little too close right now. Back to what we have from the previous round. They need to take it slow and not risk it for those lives.
Oh, well, that's 3 players inside the point now, so they should just go for the capture here. They just gotta win more gunfights. Oh, yeah! Look at the back-to-back close match. They are prepared for the moments. 1 defensive standoff and 1 offensive lineup to claim that donut in this control. They'll take it anyway. A chance here to force it. Map number 5 is on the line, and they are battling for survival. Free slot just needs 1 more win. 1 more map win, they'll be able to advance to that next stage. But for the moment, as we open up P1, it is going to be the scrappiest hardpoint of them all. So as much as you want to get all the time in the hill, you would want to have that P2 control and the P2 spawns. And that's one thing Smart Omega is trying to do already with Risky, sent out on that launch center.
Yeah, launch center has been sent out already, giving that scaffolding as a good vantage point against that P1. But unfortunately, that has been read and has been seen so many times by either teams and any team, and that will not be that sound anymore unless you have great on that 1v1s. Guitar right now is taking over. There's a launch center, and as we can see, the points is a little bit too close. Balance between the 2 teams. It would depend on how they can spawn onto that next map or on the next hill so that they can take advantage of chaining P1 and P2.
You know, Risky is already here, so that's 1 for Smart Omega. So that should spawn a team on the left side, and there you go. He's got his team on his back, so that's going to be 1 step to chain from P1 to P2. Now they just have to win the early hold, the early battle at this point. As you see, WDC Priest looking to attack from that scaffoldings, and Rage will be able to get one as they open it up. The first 10 seconds should be very beneficial for this team. They just got a hold, but now you see the back and forth trades to line up, and Kendi and Intra will be there to clean up the point from getting contested. So that's that. They just gotta do that even more consistently, because you know, we always know Smart Omega has that strong early game, but what they lack is that late game. Right now, they gotta need to be consistent with the way they take this matchup and not let WDC get any sort of momentum. Well, the hardpoint's been broken, and now free slot spawning in very good at this hill, 28 to 20.
Yeah, and a Guitar right now for the 3K to take advantage of that P2. Yeah, right now going for the backstab as well. Sneaky guy. Yeah, right now will be taking as well as giving the opportunity for that chain. Smart Omega on the other side is now getting control of this next hill, but rotations of WDC a little bit more sound and cleaning off Smart Omega on their approach onto the next hill.
You know, Smart Omega, they give up this scrap time here just to set up on this next hill, and they will do so, get bullied out by Yanowin single-handedly. WDC now in a prime position inside the hill. Omega would need to have themselves attacking multi-angles and maybe take away the generators to find a way inside the hill. At the moment, Rage will attack in that staircase, but we'll find no answer at the moment. 30 to 53, WDC just been able to chain and, of course, get the break that they need to get that lead to 30 points. But, well, it's a good thing that Rage will be able to find a way to bounce back for Smart Omega. They will be claiming this first 10 seconds in the hill, so that's that. They just need to stay inside a little bit more.
Yeah, and as we can see the pattern right now, WDC really take advantage of those close quarter hills to take those contest them every time, winning the gunfights on the close counter. That is what WDC free slot has been showing so far. Yeah, and now win as well, starting it off, and Cheek right now cleaning this against Kendi and Idra. Guitar right now will be also going for the kill, and WDC free slot preparing for the for the takeover of this hill. And the rush of Smart Omega right now, not that sound. They are being taken down, especially with the Purifier in the hands of Cheek. But it's a good thing that Rage was able to take over the second floor. Unfortunate for them, and now when it steps in.
Wow, Omega's just looking so flat right now. They just gotta get in. They gotta get in fast. Kennedy now making the play. If they're gonna get stand, WDC Guitar just making a lot of stirrup in that P4, but finally they were shut down, and Omega will let them spawn deep. But a split spawn attack gonna happen right through, and Omega having a rough time at all at winning this matchup. And well, one thing that you do see clearly live for WDC Freestyle is they allocate a player inside that point over and over again. So you see the pressure that's always lining up as they are in with that lead moving into this reset at P1, 70 to 83 at the moment. And you know, for WDC Freestyle, it's kind of even out in terms of that kills. But for Smart Omega, Risky Rage is locking things down with 21 kills, while Whoopi has 7. Right now, Omega needs Whoopi to step up. If not, things are gonna spiral out of control.
And it looks like it's spiraling starts right now. WDC will be able to take over onto that P1, but good for the rest of the teams. The split has been done by Smart Omega to be able to overtake. But how it is being held together by WDC Free Slot is a key for them taking this open hill. And that is where some of the teams usually take advantage, but no one has let go of that much of the streaks. Thus, it might be turned around later on. It is a little bit balanced, I would say. The score is not that far. It's just a trade-off onto the points as well as the kills. It will matter later when those streaks are available and used.
Yeah, 97 to 94 now as we move into P2. Smart Omega will be spawning on a very bad spot, but it's a good thing that Idra will be there to find a way to create the ingress. Well, they put one player on the launch center to get the attacks. Guitar will be able to line that up perfectly. And yeah, 102 to 95 is close as it gets. We might see this game go down to the wire once again, just like what we had at that hard point slums earlier. But one thing more than likely that we are seeing is Freestyle investing those operators in just to create an ingress and finally take the lead once again. Omega will have the favorable spawns, but it's a key here for Ada to win that gunfight, but he gets shot down on the left side of the map. So Omega spawning away, and that should be more time for Freestyle. They now have a 10-point lead, but it's not that much, you know. Whoopi and Omega can still use their operator skills to chain it at P3. Final 30 seconds left, and it's been the Freestyle show so far.
Yeah, Free Slot show, definitely. Like it's all mostly showing yellow in there in the kill feed. And not quite sure what's happening to Smart Omega right now. Positioning, they are losing most of the gunfights at this point. Preventing them from getting the scores that they need. Right now, it is now a 30-plus point lead by WDC Free Slot, and this is where Smart Omega needs to turn it around. They need to turn on what they have to go in and chain these hills, because it's important for them to take that lead. But so far, Rage is the one going in, raging on, and taking the risk as well against C1 will be risky. Moving in onto the hill right now. Good backstab coming from Rage, and will be taken down by C1 in the process.
Someone needs to support Rage in here right now. 33 kills in the game. Smart Omega, they try to make the push in, and Risk is going to be successful off of that. Whoopi now popping up with that huge Purifier investment. Now just needs to time it perfectly one more time, but C1 wins that gunfight in WDC. They get a brief contest inside a point, but they get bullied out by the bully. It's Smart Omega, 129 to 144. It's a very back and forth matchup, but a good solid hold from Smart Omega at P3. And if you're a Freestyle, you gotta think whether you would want to get the contest in at this P3 or would you want to get that hold at this P4? That's going to be the main question in here. It seems like they're going in for that P4, but they do things at the same time. So it divided their attention and it cost them then that rotation. Smart Omega now here early. They just gotta convert a little bit more. But it's going to be important that they try to pull away because, you know, you never know when Freestyle will strike back.
Yeah, WDC free slot might be striking back, and there we have it. Only one remains into the hill, and that is a full-blown assault by WDC free slot, taking over the hill with a full squad. Now, defense right now needs to be sound for them to secure those points needed to get to that 200 mark. Idra right now going in, starting off with a grenade together with Whoopi onto the sides, and they will be overtaking and overcoming all this team inside. And now Win will be taken down. Good hold right now. Multi-dimensional push coming from all the members of Smart Omega, making sure that they will not let go of the point until the timer counts down.
165 to 163. Should Omega get this final 10 seconds, they're looking about a 10-point lead in this matchup. And well, it has been the storyline so far. You know, if WDC free slot gets a good hill in that P1, it's going to be Omega getting that good hill on P2. It's everything you can do. I can do better for both these two squads, and that's been the narrative as we go along this 4 map of action that we currently have inside the matchup. And well, no one has really been able to get a good hold of that momentum. It's been relatively close as we start this hard point number 4, and I guarantee everybody that it's going to be relatively the same at the 8 at the late game. Well, for now, a good job by Smart Omega getting a hold of that hill, and Whoopi now slowly getting activated. Well, Guitar misses a couple of shots but finally gets it through, but that cost them a little bit more time, but they get inside the hill. But number 4 in blue and Risky now going to contest with that Peacekeeper, but will get shot down. Still a very relatively close fight in that hill, but free slot now winning more of the gunfights.
And gunfights as well as positioning being done well by WDC free slot. Open hill that we have right now usually cause the team to trade off onto the point. Thus, it is very close right now between these two teams. WDC will be taking the scrap points as they move towards Launch Center for that P2. But who takes both sides might be able to take this win as well as every chance for this point. Risky right now going in onto the stairs, and a good backstab coming from this guy of Risky. Slowly moving in, waiting for anyone who will be standing in that door, but no one will be knocking because Kendi will be in there from above, but she takes him down.
This is the final late game that we are currently talking about. Who lives? Who dies? Who tells their story? WDC gonna kick things off with that huge Purifier investments from Guitar. Now it's a 1v1 inside his spot, and Indra just have a 4-better Purifier, but the nade's gonna get lined up for WDC free slot, and they'll be able to get a good hold of the point. Rage gonna get in for that backup. They still have the favorable spots, but yeah, now routing around the back, trying to take this away from Smart Omega, but the control, the contest on this late 10 seconds should be in the hands of Smart Omega, so they're going to be 20 points closer by the time this hard point ends. But what awaits them at that next hard point is going to be a relatively top composition. That's going to be that X1 Goliath, raining them down upon, but Risky now able to get the generator spawns. Free slot back on death's door. Omega on the hunt. They win a couple of gunfights inside the hill, but they haven't been able to get the break inside the point just yet. And now free slot, they just want to end this match here, Neptune.
It's very difficult to break as you have a giant in that room, and the elephant can take you down in there from that fight. The roaming members of WDC free slot just cleaning up everyone. Whoa! But there you have it. The Goliath has been taken down, and here comes a Smart Omega going in for the range right now. Only one remains into this hill, but a takeover reversed by WDC free slot. Only a few points needed in this time for them to take this win, and Smart Omega is counting it up. Here comes the countdown. Here comes the points. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smart Omega takes the win.
There we go. What type of Smart Omega are we gonna see in this game? A battle for that next stage for both ends. Who's gonna take it? Who lives? Who dies? Who tells their story? Round number 1 opens up, and it's going to be free slot on the defending side and Omega on the attacking side.
And both these teams has everything on the line right now. They need to go and make that pristine. Whoopi starting it off together with Risky, and Whoopi still on the prowl. One might be seen on the other side, but Anawin responded, taking down Idra in the process. But Rage rages on, bringing the members of the DC free slot to only 2. There's still chance right now as Cheek will be moving in from the other side. Information relayed, but a backstab possibility, and Rage takes him down into that fight. Guitar for the great double right now, and it is a 1v2 situation. Guitar, no need to rush. You need to be composed and take these 2 teams down.
Oh yeah, here we go. Put him in the sky, aim no higher, summon all the spirits you required, and count 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not gonna get any kills just yet, and Whoopi with that huge 2 kills. First, he gets that first blood. Second, he gets that final blow. Well, that's Whoopi, and that's what he delivers. Great first round for Smart Omega, but if you're free slot, you know, things could have been handled a little bit better on that mid map. Just need to take care of their lives on the early game, because you don't want Smart Omega to actually give you all of them kills and let it onto your face. And well, Risky start things off with a huge 2 kills, and well, Smart Omega kicking things off very greatly here. They definitely had the momentum in here, man.
I mean, they have the momentum. They have the motivation right now. Good backstab coming from Risky. Cheek has been taken down already. We're back to the 2v5 battle. And Whoopi, opportunity for the kill. And a good flick right now from that slide. And Whoopi still the best in this game. Guitar slides it off, but Idra cleans it up.
And you're starting to see the reason why this team actually banned, you know, one of the most competitive maps that we have in the game. It's to open up slumps and, of course, Agenda. First, they pick slumps at that hard point. And then this is their last resort. This Hacienda right here. And you already know this is actually where they were able to sweep one of the best teams in the Philippines in Tyrant Esports. And well, they went in there, win 6-0. But you obviously know Freestyle is a different beast, and they know how to adjust and adapt. But they have to convert first in here, and Guitar will be able to kickstart being that spark plug in this round. So that's going to be a 4v3 situation now. Currently lined up for Freestyle to win.
Bomb on the ground right now. Yeah, for the kill. No takedown just yet, but Guitar taking down Risky into process. Yeah, moving in slow, but Smith takes the Rage down from this fight. It's now left to Whoopi right now, but it's very low in the opportunity that he can clutch this. There goes the hit, the slide will be off, and Smith will be taking him down. There goes another point, and it goes to Double DC free slot.
Not normally we do see Freestyle actually play in S&D, specifically at Hacienda, but wow, just a nice recovery made in here. And one thing that you can really emphasize for Freestyle is how well they adapt in situations that we did see from them right from the start of the group stage. And now you see them get the first blood, but Risky now open things up for Smart Omega at this A-bomb site. So that's that. They can just go and settle the plant, but it's kind of very risky at the moment. But the longer that they take to plant that bomb is the more you second guess and the more Freestyle cover grounds at the back. So right now they just get a little bit more action in here with Candy putting that Guitar down and smashing it. Puts the BAM down as well, and here we go, a 4v3.
Yeah, smashing that Guitar. I love that. Idra right now for the spray, and no takedown just yes. Yeah, what an oh yeah. Taking down Idra from the battle. 3v3 with Rage, and Candy takes them down. It's now left to Smith, and Mr. Smith, well, Neo will be happy as a takedown against Smith.
Yeah, I love that as well, Neptune. Well, now we're gonna have to go and continue. And well, at the moment, you know, Freestyle was able to get that first blood in that last round, but they weren't really able to convert the most out of it because of how Risky was able to get that first blood exchange at that first 5 seconds. And now it's going to be a totally different take here. And WDC will not see this attack coming true. Well, right now, they have Anawin is going to have that mid-map control, which is nicely done. But right now, Omega has already done the rotation. Their defense is now properly set up. Well, Whoopi is going in for that late rotation towards this B side. He is locked and loaded to guard that flank. And well, for the moment, we have a 5v5. Who gets the first blood in here? Gonna get that victory in Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, they need to get that victory, that momentum in this fight. And now win opportunity for the Slade. There goes down, but Kendi responded, and that is 3 members. I mean, there's low chance that you can win that gunfight. Opportunity for Smart Omega right now to go in for the flank and the plant on Alpha. Might be hampered, might be cut off, and there goes the strings being pulled by Guitar. Whoopi is down. It is now a plant being done, and Kendi on the solo, but there's no sweet take in this fight as Cheeks will be in there taking them down.
Yeah, Chick with a switcheroo though. You see that sniper and of course that 50 GS combination to end the round. So we got this 1-round lead now that they are trying to catch. So right now they just have to take whatever Omega's gonna give them, you know, just play through whatever is going to get initiated and work from that. I mean, that's what they did in that last round. So let's see how are they gonna handle things here. And now when gets the first blood, Rage will be able to get that exchange. And well, it's been relatively close, but Kendi now getting far more control. But a huge play for Smith, but the timing is just impeccable. Rage was there to get the shot to connect, and Chick has to stay alive and get this final 3 players. He takes the first, he spots the first player on the right side, but the beam goes to the left. And Smart Omega will be having the 2-4 lead as we switch the sides. Things are looking dire for free slot, but maybe the attacking side will give them a huge boost in here. Maybe they're more of the attacking team, and looks like they're going to push at the A side here early.
Yeah, we'll have to find out how much they can control the pace in this game. It's a little bit too fast right now for WDC free slot. They need to get that position, and Risky is just waiting for them. Good grenade might be thrown right now, and the God nades will be raining from that heavens. And there goes Idra for the first hit against Smith. And that was a simultaneous grenade being thrown in that Alpha area. But we'll have to find out if this hold of Alpha can be done. There goes Cheek being downed as after being stunned. And it is now a 3v5, and Kendi for the backstab, taking it down to 2.
You gotta admire the way Smart Omega actually takes this, you know. They clearly started this game to the nail, and well, they have only 1 player to take down, and that's going to be Anna win. Risky will be there for the cleanup, and well, back to what I was saying. Smart Omega, that defense was impeccable. That was just great because why? First and foremost, they put a lot of nades and little utilities actually lined up there at that A bomb set, and then they were actually able to use that tactical utility, which is going to be that stun grenade on that fences where Aether was able to pick up that second kill. So right off the get-go, that was a 3v5. And a good attention to detail there for Smart Omega. You know that they really started this matchup. But if you're free slot, you gotta get this win. But Whoopi cuts 1 player down from your team, and you gotta get that exchange as they go in for the post-plant defense. They gotta stand their ground in here, Neptune.
Yeah, they need to stand their ground. They need to get those kills. Gotta get that kill. Smith goes in against Rage, but Kendi will be able to survive. Idra and Risky for the kill. Bringing it down to 1 member right now. It is yeah. And there goes the oh yeah from him. Going against a 2 member. Slowly moving in for the flank. Opportunity against Risky. But Risky turns his head and brings this game to a match point.
Well. What do we have here? After dropping the first 2 maps, you have Smart Omega winning map number 3 and map number 4. They are in prime position now to get this win through a comeback. Reverse sweeping WDC free slot, but you gotta give it to WDC right now. They need some support, and they gotta make sure they convert here for the more time. Rage will get the first blow with that heavy as they look to try to end things here. Smith will be there to equalize things and slow things down a little bit. We have a 4v4 in here.
4v4 right now. Cheek jumping into the water. Cooling off a little bit. Yeah, will be taken down by Whoopi. And now we got an opportunity against Whoopi, but Whoopi turns it around. But Smith takes him down as well. 2v2 situation. WDC against Smart Omega. There goes 1 down. Cheek has been taken out, and Smith right now, there's no duplication coming from him, and he will be left alone. Smith going against Rage and Risky. A Risky Rage combination right here.
Well, Smith, this is it. Your life is on the line. The chance of free slot to advance to the next stage is going to be in this moment. You lose this round, it's over. You get kicked off of the playoffs. And Smith just taking his time. But if you're smart Omega, get a 1v2 situation in here just to wait and play for trades. A chance for this team to win and reverse whip freeze thought is actually probable at this point with the lead that they have. But anything is still possible. If Smith can clutch this up, he could actually win this. But notice how smart Omega is just waiting for the right moment to attack. They are slowing it down. Now that the bomb is pushed, they have a purpose in where they would want to go. And here it is. The retake play from Smart Omega to win the game off as they will be on the line. Smith gets spotted. Rage and Risky now on the hunt. Smith on the English Rage will be the first one in. The bait and switch will be more than enough to send Smart Omega to the next round. Free slot. With this defuse, they get kicked off of the playoffs. A valiant effort, but Smart Omega, a reverse sweep.
The Comeback Kings are alive and back in play. The dream is alive, and it is.